down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous, my personal fleet carrier, never-ending grind, engineers, Farseer. Kind of a long title, but that's where we're at. We're at Felicity Farseer, and we're taking each ship down and getting it maxed out on the FSD drives. Sis up. Our weekly update, yeah, it's going to deduct 25.5 million for the week. But we found a 4A FSD drive in the same system, so we're going to go pick it up. And then go to the raw material trader and add some more arsenic. And then come back to Farseer and finish the fertilants. Just want to check the core internal, which is a 4B, and we're going to swap it with a 4A. So let's get started. Be sure to look at the bottom right hand corner of the video and press that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. You get notified when I produce more videos. And eventually it'll help me with YouTube. That's where we're going. Array terminal. Sis left. Sis left. Pick up that 4A FSD drive, which will be the max FSD drive that we can get. And no, we're not ready to take on interdictors. At some point we will. And we'll probably start out with the Vulture instead of the fertilants. They say it takes some practice with the fertilants, but it's supposed to be one of the best. So that's why we got it. Eventually, it'll be a fighter of the fleet. Be sure to look underneath the video into the description toward the bottom, and you see ways to donate. There's some equipment we need for backups and a new graphics card, because this one shuts down the computer all the time when it gets hot. And we need to beef up our computer to keep it from shutting down too. So even small amounts will help, because they can add up. So we need help with our YouTube channel, and underneath the video to the far left you'll see that YouTube channel, GeoFilm_RDG, where we have over 800 videos as of the publication of this video for you to watch. Please check out our No Man's Sky videos and our Ultimate Fishing Simulator and VR Pinball. But our two current series is the Elite Dangerous My Personal Fleet Carrier, Never Ending Grind, and No Man's Sky The Beginnings. So it's good to get some of these out because I don't fly the Fer-de-Lance very much, or the Vulture, or the Sidewinder. So we have to fly them to take them to the engineer. Sys view. Sys view. We do have nothing on board. And but we still could be interdicted. We always have to be prepared. And with a ship we're not comfortable with yet, it can pose challenges. Looking at that center dot, if a square orange box pops in right behind us, then we need to move away and take care of the interdiction and then come back. But yes, we have wasted some of our materials. By modifying. Sys left. Because this will be the third time that we've modified this. FSD on this ship, but we want the best possible module, so even if it does take some wasting to get the best possible module, we'll have to do that. So we're going to pick up that FSD boost or FSD drive, the 4A. Then we're going to run out to the material trader up the arsenic to about 25, and then we'll go back to Felicity Farseer. And we'll finish modding the FSD drive on the Fer-de-Lance. Then we'll go on to the Pythons, except for the cargo Python is fully modded for the FSD drive.
Contact, thrusters offline, deploying ground services.
But that's what this video set is about, modifying all of our ships to the best possible stance. And like the thrusters are not optimal. It's all lightweight stuff, but it needs to be modded. See what they got in thrusters. They have a 5A thrusters. Power plant. They only have a 6B, but we have to take what we can get. We'll up the life support. Five A shields, that's probably pretty good for what we need. Check out where we're going for the material trader. We're only going 10 light years. Sys left. Okay, let's get going. We'll up all of our raw materials a little bit. Make sure we have at least 25 in each.
Landing gear retracted.
Shift attach complete. Follow the greens on your way out.
Wish they had all the material traders at the same place. So it'd be one stop instead of, you possibly would have to make 3 stops. But of course everything in Elite Dangerous has to be an obstacle course. Sys left.
Sword on Romeo Golf, India. Be aware.
Wrong one. Some reason it hit the
Frame shift drive charging.
sys view.
3, 2,
1. Sys left. I don't know how many parts this is going to be. It matters if we have to make a mini stops at material traders, but that's okay because this is one of my goals of having a fleet carrier, is to be able to go to each of the engineers and maximize the modules, the engineered modules. So that is the goal. But we'll do them one at a time. This is the FSD, and then we'll go back and we'll check to see if we have a cheap, a 90% discount tritium location near us. And then we'll go back to some tritium asteroid mining, planetary exploration, some cargo missions, maybe Dav's Hope and Jameson crash site, and then do another engineer. Is this left?
India. Welcome to this independent station, Commander. Please fly safely during arrival and departure. Request approved. Cleared for landing on docking.
Is this left?
15. Automated docking approved. You may now hand over control.
As soon as we spread out the raw materials, we'll go back to Felicity Farseer and maximize the FSD drive. While we're here, we will check to make sure on the modules that we're maxed out the way we would wish.
Landing gear deployed.
Like the power plant, I think we'd like to have an A.
Landing successful. Docking restraints engaged. Welcome to our starport, Commander.
First, we're going to go to material traders. Yeah, I put too many on there, but that's okay. Like to have a minimum of 25. And arsenic, we definitely need to work on that one. Okay. Think that will take care of us. Now let's check out outfitting and see how we're doing. If they have anything that we could use. Nope, they don't have a power plant. That'll beat that. They don't have a power distributor. Their burst lasers, I'm sure we'll change those when we get to the weapons engineers. Sis left. Go back to Felicity Farseer. One thing I do want to check, because we're going to run this one from scratch, I might want a little more arsenic. Just in case. Okay, let's go. Over time, we'll make everything perfect, but
Ship restraints withdrawn. Restrict speed until clear of the station perimeter.
if things are just better, then that's really our goal right now. It's every time we do things, we make it a little bit better. Yeah, they really need a bubble canopy on this one without the bars. Now we'll modify the FSD booster again. We move the distribution all to engines and systems because we're not going to be going into combat yet anyway. We will at some point, but not yet. I guess this is going to take this video and one more to finish out the Farseer engineer, because we've already used half of our time. Try to keep them less than an hour. And we've already used up about 30 minutes of that. And we still have 7 ships to go. Now the others, I don't think it's going to take as much time, because I believe they're already have the max standard mod, just they need the experimental, and that's it. Now the agility on the Far de Lance is really nice. Very agile. Very responsive. Seems to be very nice. But I might die a few times during my gaining combat experience. But I'll be ready to run at any time it doesn't look good, that we start losing our shields, or too much of our shields. It's better to run to fight another day than to die, so. Sis Knight. Continually trying to line us up. Boy, 130 kilometers. Yeah, we hope that glide takes us in. See, we're actually 26 kilometers above the surface. So it's about 2 to 3 times that to the actual destination. That could cause it to exit glide early. Sis left.
Pt2.
Sis Knight. But that's why we collect all those materials and move them to a higher grade, so when we need them in a lower grade, it's much easier than going the other way.
Touchdown complete. Engaging ship restraints. Your arrival has been noted.
Okay, so we'll do this again. This will be our third time. Our raw materials are good, but our manufactured and encoded, we might run into issues. Now we'll do the experimental. We don't have enough. We need atypical disrupted wake echoes, so we need encoded for that. And eccentric hyperspace trajectory, we need to add both of those. To see. Okay, we plugged in the encoded, so we'll do the same thing. Anything under 25 we'll add to. But we're going to have to make another trip. We knew this was possible. Go ahead and fuel up. Sis left. Going to Berlinelli Vision. It's probably where the bookmarks are at. Okay. It's a grind. It's part of that never-ending grind.
Ship restraints disengaged. Commence departure.
Frameshift drive charging.
Assist left. 2 jumps.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Frameshift drive charging.
We haven't done a discovery scanner in the past on the Fertilance, so we had to switch over for our primary B.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
Assist left. Be sure to press that subscribe button in the lower right hand corner of the video. It doesn't cost you anything. You're notified when I produce more videos, and eventually it'll help me out with YouTube. Assist left. And be sure to consider donating. Our channel needs some backup equipment and a new graphics card desperately. And our finances are just not going to cover it at this time.
Scan detected.
It's been a difficult financial year for us. And our YouTube channel needs some equipment. So if you would help, no amount's too small because it all adds up. So we'd really appreciate it. Underneath the video to the far left, you'll see our YouTube channel page, GFM_RDG, where you'll find over 800 more videos to watch. And all of them are within the last 6 months. So it's newer content.
Contact. Jogging restraints engaged.
Now a lot of these are going to need some help. Now these adaptive encryptor captures and atypical encryption, those we collect at Jameson crash site, so I usually don't worry about those. Unless I just absolutely have to. I think we're good. We might move, at least have something here. And we'll check out fitting here too, just to see if they got something a little better than what we got. Not in FSD because it's maxed, but in like an engines and the distributor. Yeah, they did have a 6A. And we already had a 5A. See if they got better in life support. They have a 4B. Like I said, if we can just make it better. And they have a 6A. That was very good. Do we have shield boosters, which we do? till we find something different. They have some shield generators, but I think we'll leave it at that till we get the power plant upgraded. Sys left. And it's going to take this video just for the fertilants.
Ship detach complete. Restrict speed until clear of the station perimeter.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, we could have put a Guardian FSD booster on there and got a little bit more out of it too. But normally it's going to be a local system fighter.
Frameshift drive charging.
My favorite stuck throttle syndrome. Yeah, that kind of drives me crazy. Spend as much as you do on these ships and their throttle sticks just because they go by a planet. Sometimes they go to maximum, and they don't get off a maximum until you do a loop-to-loop. Like, really? That is definitely one of those really moments. If I ever get an audience with Frontier, they will hear about it. I'm sure they hear about it all the time. And they don't care. They really don't. And that's why No Man's Sky ranks far higher than Elite Dangerous. Elite Dangerous ranks like 74 in games, and No Man's Sky ranks 15. That's why. It's content, and No Man's Sky listens to their players. The Fleet Carrier was the first time I have ever heard or noticed that Frontier listened to their players. Usually we just have to deal with it. Or like their apologists say, well, don't play the game. Yeah, that's the problem. People just don't play the game. That's why they're 74. Because people don't play the game. Yeah, their apologists don't help them very much. They actually hurt them. Because they make people walk away. Because I know a lot of people that just walk away. Because they get too frustrated with the game. And that's why Frontier's always playing catch-up. No Man's Sky already has landing on planets with atmospheres and base building, personal base building on planets with atmospheres. They already have all that. Sis Knight. I like Elite Dangerous, I just wish they would fix a lot of the issues. The ones that drive their players crazy. Instead of only listening to their apologist, where everything's always perfect. Everything's not always perfect. And I'm sure many of you have a few gripes. Like I said, it's not a bad game, but it sure could be improved. I mean, all they have to do is play No Man's Sky and see a lot of the things they could improve on. Sis left.
Solomon, Peterson, Romeo, Golf, India, commencing automated flight control routine. Please observe docking protocols. Access granted. Proceed to landing pad 07.
And everybody knows I dislike the mission critical message when you're trying to look at the cargo missions. Okay, hopefully we can finish up on this.
Complete. Engaging ship restraints. Your arrival has been noted.
Lots of noise. grid resistors. I don't think that's the right one. I think it's down here. Yeah, those chemical manipulators. We'll have to go to a manufactured location for that. Okay, let's make sure it actually worked. Make sure it's maxed out. Because I don't want to have to bring it back. Yep, deep charge. Looks like it's maxed out. One thing I do want to check, I was thinking they might do shield boosters. Let's see. Yep, shield boosters. They'll do grade 1 shield boosters. And they'll do engines. I don't think that's one I wanted. I think I wanted drive strengthening. And we won't do experimental until we get to grade 5. Power plants to grade 1. Sensors. Okay, I think that's all we wanted to do on this one. Let's go back to the fleet carrier. Be sure to press that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. You get notified when I create more of these videos, and eventually it'll help me out with YouTube. Also, look into the description and please consider donating. We need some more equipment, and we can't afford it. The YouTube channel desperately needs it.
Commence departure.
And be sure to check out our YouTube channel, GFM_RDG, to find over 800 more videos to watch. Go to the RGFC, and we'll close out this video. Oh, we can't go through the planet.
Frameshift drive charging.
All we want to do is go into Super Cruise. I think we had it set to go into hyperspace. Oh, with the escape vector. Nope, wrong way.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
You're taking it a long time to get into Super Cruise. Sys view. Just have to wait. Finally. Yeah, like I said, there's always problems with this. It's got all kinds of problems. Because it's intended to be broken. As they always say, well, it's working as intended. Yeah, it's intended to be broken. Is this left? Yeah, it took the whole hour just to upgrade the fertilants and go to 2 material traders. But it is what it is. We'll work on the other 7 ships after I publish this video. And part 3. I think it'll only be 3 parts, but it could even go to a 4th part. I do appreciate you coming along, and I appreciate all of those that have subscribed. It wouldn't be worth doing these if I didn't have subscribers, because that's the only way you can get support from YouTube, is have lots of subscribers. Way too many that they require.
Welcome, Commander. Please request docking permission.
Sis left.
Approaching a landing pad. Access granted. Proceed to your allocated path, Commander. Docking request confirmed. Assisted approach is good.
Be sure to watch more of our videos and consider donating to our cause, the YouTube channel cause.
Scan detected. Landing gear deployed.
A big crowd on the sensor.
Landing successful. Solid approach. Welcome to our carrier, Commander.
See, the cargo is good. Probably the mining. We'll take it down on the next video. Again, I appreciate you coming along. Hopefully you'll want to come along again. So until then, the next video, thank you for watching.